Hello friends, and welcome back to the Higher Ed AV podcast. We are still here on the last day of ISE 2025 in our booth CS220, and I am joined by a friend from Dante. I'm going to let you introduce yourself and let us know a little bit about Dante.
Sure. Hi, I'm Kat, Product Marketing Manager for Audinate, the makers of Dante technology that puts your audio and now video signals on the network so you can send them anywhere around campus.
Yes, we do love that. For our listeners at home and for our friends here who are tuning in, what do you have at your booth this year that feels really good for higher ed?
Yeah, so we have a few things that we just launched for this show.
Great.
So the first one is the start of the Dante AVIO Install Line. So these are going to be new additions to the Dante AVIO family. We now have an input and an output adapter with Phoenix or Euroblock connectors on them, so you don't have to chop off the XLRs when you're doing sort of install projects anymore. They also come with a mounting plate that lets you mount them under desks, under your podium, in your rack shelves. There's a billion different ways to mount them. There's a Velcro strap, there's zip tie straps, there's holes, they fit in rock units, it's insane. So that's kind of exciting. Love launching a hardware product, that's always fun.
Yes.
More fun. Another thing for folks who maybe do theaters and that sort of thing on campus, we launched Dante Virtual Soundcard Pro a couple days ago. Or weeks ago rather, last day of the show. So basically what that does is for kind of more of the, recording folks, that gives you 128 by 128 channels at 96K. So a huge step up from the standard DVS where if you're recording at 96K, you're gonna have to take a little bit of a jump down in channel count. Also more Dante flows, so if you're doing really big recordings, you're not gonna run out of Dante flows anymore. You get 64 of them. The other kind of interesting thing for the higher education market about that product is we allow virtual machine install. So if you're running your lecture capture somewhere other than on site, in the classroom, you can now sort of install that remotely. And it also supports being installed in a subnet by itself. So it does clocking that the old DVS did not do as well. So easier design, don't need to throw an AVIO in a rack with it just to clock. It can do it by itself.
As someone who has 3 campuses to take care of, I can feel myself buzzing with excitement about this.
Yeah, exactly. It's it can be alone now. I mean, the other thing you can do is set up classrooms where it's just Dante Virtual Soundcard, a small, no hardware needed kind of setup.
Excellent.
And then the final thing we've announced and started to launch is media encryption with our partners. So as, different regulations come up, maybe you don't want to have people getting into your audio and soon video. Basically, we launched it with our first partners, Sennheiser, PowerSoft, and Symmetrics. So kind of a complete little meeting room solution there, or classroom solution for us here. So that's going to be coming out and being rolled out to basically the entire Dante portfolio. So interoperable media encryption coming to you soon.
That is great. So if you had to really boil it down, what do you want technology managers to know about Dante?
Yeah, I think the main thing we want people to know about Dante is, one, we're always developing and we're really kind of expanding into a complete platform solution. So we have audio products now, we have video products now. We have control and management products. You can use our APIs, you can integrate them into your Crestron systems, and basically just you can do it all in Dante.
That is great. All right, so what kind of feedback have you gotten from the higher ed vertical?
Yeah, I mean, we really love working with the higher ed vertical. I think, over sort of 2020 and on, AV in classrooms has expanded. I used to work in higher ed tech, and it was maybe some sound reinforcement here and there, but we've really kind of expanded what we can do in the classroom. We actually had an amazing presentation in our booth about Dante audio and Dante video as well at a school in the Netherlands where they don't have enough students, so they have to do remote through 3 different schools.
Wow, yeah.
And they're using this really cool virtual setup with multiple screens and Dante spatialized kind of audio, so it feels like you're in the same room with someone, even if you're not. So I think it's just folks in the higher ed being really creative about how they can use Dante to kind of help teachers, help people feel like they're there even when they're not.
That is such a great point because the AV team are stakeholders in student engagement, so thank you for bringing that up for us. All right, well, we know that you have a busy last day here, so just wrap up by letting people know how they can find your booth and how they can find you online if they weren't able to join us here.
Absolutely. So our booth is in Hall 2, S700. Just look for the hanging Dante red sign. If you're still around the show, we have a couple more presentations left. We're doing presentations on the hour, every hour. We're doing all of the production with Dante and Dante AV, which is really cool. We're really excited to be able to do that this year finally. And then otherwise, if you want to look for us, we're just getdante.com.
Okay, great. Thanks so much, Kat.
Yeah, thanks.